Hey guys, and welcome to my Blood Council video. My video guys are not going to be super long videos, as I'm making these videos the way I would like to watch a video guide, which is a 3 to 5 minute video, depending on the boss of course, explaining the mechanics and giving me a good strategy to use for the boss. So if that is what you are looking for, you have come to the right place. All strategies in my videos will be the same strategies my guild and I were using during the World First Classic progression. Blood Council is a bit of a weird fight. It's not an end-wing boss, but in my guild we found this boss to be even harder than Blood Queen, who is the boss after Blood Council. Blood Council has 3 bosses, each with its own unique set of abilities. You can only deal damage that matters to the boss that is currently active. Dealing damage to non-active bosses does not do anything. On heroic mode, whenever you move, you gain a stacking debuff called Shadow Prison. Only way to cleanse it is to not move for 10 seconds. Sorry to all the melee users using to spam strafe when attacking the boss, I feel you. Prince Valenar will always be the first boss active, and he has 2 abilities. His first ability is Kinetic Bomb. He will spawn a kinetic bomb in a random location, and if the bomb hits the ground, it deals massive damage to the entire raid and pushes you back. To avoid it hitting the ground, it must receive a direct hit, and the way we handle these bombs is to have our 2 Affliction Warlocks and 1 Hunter take care of them by sending their pets on them. There should never be 4 active bombs, and if there is, the first bomb is usually spawning a couple seconds after the 4th one have already spawned. His second ability is Shock Vortex. When Valenar is not the active boss, Shock Vortex will spawn on a random player in the room, seen by a little swirling matter on the ground. Just have everyone move away from this on the ground. When Valenar is the active boss, he will do Empowered Shock Vortex, causing every player in the raid to deal damage and knock back anyone who is within 10 yards or closer. Getting hit by 1 is okay, 2 is where you start dying. This means when the Empowered Shock Vortex happens, all range should be pre-spread and all melee needs to move out to a designated spot for this ability to not kill the entire raid. The second boss is Prince Kel'Thuzad. I cannot pronounce that, and is usually tanked by the off-tank. Kel'Thuzad is spawning a dark nucleus every 10 seconds. These balls will attach to the last player who attacked them, and they slowly deal damage to themselves, dying after some time. While they are attached to a player, that player takes reduced shadow damage but also takes a dot of shadow damage. This boss is not dangerous at all when he's not the active boss. But when he is the active boss, and if your off tank does not have enough dark nucleus on him, he might just get one shot by the shadow lances. Make sure to not multi-shot, don't have Seal of Command on, and turn off any auto cleave from your Felguard etc, as you don't want to damage these balls at all. Third boss is Prince Tal'Daram. This boss is usually tanked by the main tank. It's not a dangerous boss until he becomes the active boss. Every 25 seconds, he will cast glittering sparks in the direction of a random raid member, applying a debuff that can be cleansed or master spelled. The debuff deals damage and slows you, which can be very deadly if it happens right before an Empowered Shock Vortex. When Tal'Daram is not active, his Conjure Flame is useless and doesn't matter. However, when he is the active boss and casts Empowered Conjure Flame, the person targeted by this ability needs to kite the Empowered Flame through other raid members to reduce the damage upon impact. In our raid, we usually stack all the range together, and if a range gets targeted, they just go behind the range stack and it's usually fine. And that's basically the entire boss. But do not underestimate this boss. It's quite easy to wipe here. It is random for your ID as well, which boss becomes active as the second one. It is not known beforehand if it's the fire or the shadow boss. I hope you enjoyed the video though, and good luck in Icecrown Citadel.